Hello everyone, welcome back to jellymantis.exe. We are going to continue working on our Dwarven treasure chest today. We've already completed the brainstorming step. We're going to try today to clean, disassemble, repair, maybe get some sanding in. Hopefully make a lot of progress. Alright, so according to our process router, the next step is to clean. So that basically means taking off these little stickers. I'm sure there's some grime buildup. Any sort of tape residue or grime from sitting in somebody's garage or resale store. We'll go ahead and get that all cleared up. We'll take these little stickers off. I think I said that. And that way we have a fresh, new, clean box to work with. Alright, what do you say we get started? Removing these little stickers. $11.99 at your local Goodwill. See, there's a little residue there. We'll get that off. I said stickers with an S as if there's more than one, but there's not. We've got a little bit of paper towel, a little bit of all-purpose cleaner. This is a purpose, so we should be fine. Now we are going to remove all this felt interior, so it's not absolutely necessary to clean that. You can kind of see there's like glitter and like pet hair and stuff like that. But we're going to rip all that out anyway, so I'm just going to go around and kind of hit the wooden sections here of the interior and just get those spotless so we can move on to the next step. It's one of those realizations that you don't realize how dirty something is until you clean it. And then you're like, how did I let it get this far? When's the last time you cleaned the keyboard on your computer? Uh-oh. But that should be clean enough for us to start. There's little dents and stuff, but there's not really... There's a little bit of something right there. Our next step is to disassemble, which is sometimes my favorite part. Because you're getting to take everything apart and kind of see what makes it up. And then we'll have a bunch of little components and we can kind of decide if we want to keep them or trash them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay. Are those fake? Oh. I can't tell if those are fake or not. No, they were real. Hey, what's up, guys? Let's take out this tray for now. And what's cool about having one of these little spatulas, what do you call it? A little scraper, is if you're careful enough, you can kind of get behind this felt. And it should just all come off in one piece. Just kind of work it. They use most of the time a cheap glue on this interior. Sometimes they've used a very strong glue. that ends up shredding all the felt and everything, but this one seems to be working. There we go. See, look at this. All in one piece. So if you did want to redo the interior and keep this same layout, you can use this as a template. You just trace this on a piece of cardboard, line it with felt, fold it in the exact same spots, and then ideally it should fit right where you pulled it from. These maybe just pop off. You got a little staple or something in there. Yeah, a little piece of particle wood held in with some reverse staples on the bottom. We'll keep those for another project maybe. Let's work on this lid, see if we can't get the top lining out of here. Look at that. Yeah, see, they used a little bit stronger glue down here. You see how it's shredding a little bit. The other piece just came right out. This one's taking a little bit of effort. But these are your brass hooks. It looks like there was just like a little insert. If I could get these all out of here. Yeah, that's a neat little idea. Let's get a couple little brass hooks, feed it through the cardboard here, and then just tape it on the back. Having to use a little bit of effort on this part here. And there we go. There's our interior, the little pocket. Just glued on the back, I guess. Now I wonder when I pull this out if it'll take the staples with it. That would be nice. Oh no, it's a separate piece. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to get this, the bottom interior. It's coming off, but the staples are kind of holding it in place, and this is like a piece of might be like a piece of particle wood. It feels a little thicker than cardboard. Let's see what we got here. No, it's just really thick cardboard, I guess. Interesting. Sometimes with this jewelry box hardware, you have to like get up under it and kind of pry it out, and it sits in like these little pegs. But luckily for us, I took a look here. It might be hard to see on camera, but these are actually screws. So Phillips head screw will be able to get our side handles out for us. Nice, bro. All right, let's see if we can get those out. And our hardware comes right off, and it seems like we've got 3 pieces for each one. These kind of hold the handle in place, and this is what the bolts affix to. And you know, the handle kind of sits in these little side slots. Wow, that whole scene was out of focus. Nice. Okay, so we took off the brass nameplate. We got the interior out of there. We've got the handles off of the side. I think this main piece is good. This is all just wood now. We got to take off these hinges in the back. Aside from that, I think we're good. I said that so casually. Oh, I just got to take the hinges off. Here's a quiz for you guys. If you were going to take these hinges off, where would you unscrew it from? A, the front. B, the back. Or C, there are no visible screws. That's right, there's no visible screws. Let me see if I can get a macro shot of this and show you exactly what's going on here. The hinges are sort of sitting in a slot. There are no actual screws holding it together. It's just like a little slot cut into the wood, and then there's probably a little brass plate kind of holding these guys in there. So what we'll have to do is rip it out. So that was much easier than I anticipated. You might be able to see, it's just like these little wedges, so it just kind of fit in the crack, and they might have just hammered it in or something, or used a little bit of force, and that kind of catches on that back end there. So let's we'll use some pliers to pull it out of this end, and then we'll have two wedged hinges. Okay, so just a quick inventory check. We have our lid, we have our main box, but we still need to get to work on this tray. So let's do the same thing here. Alright, let's attempt to get this hardware off. There's no visible screw or anything like that, so this might be the type of hardware where we just have to get up under there and kind of pop them off. But let's see how that works. Nice, we got those mediocre little handles off there. Maybe we can use those for something else. So there it is. There's our interior tray with no interior. Here is our lid with no interior, no hardware on the nameplate. Nameplate. And here's the actual box proper, no handles on the side, all cleaned up. There's nothing to worry about on the bottom, so I didn't show you guys that. Bada boom, bada bing, this is ready for the next step-a-ring. You might be asking yourself, Jelly Boy, why is there a repair step on your process router? What does that even mean? If we were to have damaged the box while trying to disassemble it, this would be our chance to put it back together or try to repair it. Let's say when we were ripping those hinges out, if we accidentally broke off a piece of particle board, we would want to go ahead and try to glue that back together or find a replacement or somehow repair that before we moved on to the other steps. Luckily, we did not damage the box either with the scraper or the power tools, so that repair step's kind of null and void, but it's good to have it on there. The sanding step is probably the most boring part of this entire process, but maybe arguably one of the most crucial. We just have to sand every surface on here to get it ready for carving and painting and get off any additional grime that the all-purposes cleaner didn't get off of there. So I probably won't commentate too much over the sanding portion. I'm just going to set up the camera and go ahead and get to work. But essentially every surface that's going to be painted, glued, carved, we're going to want to go ahead and give that a good sanding to, one, get off any additional grime, and two, give the wood a little bit more tooth to where some paint and adhesives will stick to it a little better. Hey, in case you didn't know, one thing that's really cool is being safe. So since we are going to be sanding, we are going to want to wear a respirator. I am working indoors, so you don't want all these particle wood particles floating around in the air you're breathing. Another really cool thing is not having your hands be nasty and getting splinters and being gross. So we're going to wear some gloves. The other thing I wanted to try to do was get rid of the glue residue that was inside of the lid and the tray. It's kind of just, you know, it's old super glue or whatever, and they put cardboard on top, so of course the cardboard stayed. But I think with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, we can get it out. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now it's taking a little bit of the paint off, but that's okay because we're going to repaint it. But if you were trying to keep the original paint job under the lining for some reason, maybe this isn't the best method for you. Well, we got the majority of the alcohol out of there. We'll let this dry for a little bit, and that'll give all these little particles a chance to kind of dry up, and then we'll just be able to clean it out a little bit easier instead of continuing to scrape for eternity. Well, we'll leave it right here. Like I said, I'll clean out this big box interior a little better, and I'll clean out these a little better once the camera's off. But I feel like we made a lot of great progress. We cleaned it, disassembled it, made repairs, which wasn't much. Then we sanded it and kind of got the sticky stuff out of or the residue, we should say. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go watch part 1 if you haven't already, and stick around. We're going to be working on this Dwarven Chest to completion, so you should be able to see the whole process. We'll see you next time.